believe that winning the championship is going to go right up there with having that Chili Bowl victory and that Golden Driller trophy.
As Michael said, he's won in everything he's sat in. He won the Xfinity race at Kansas for Joe Gibbs Racing not long ago. He also won an ARCA race this year.
On a handful of sprint car races. I mean, it has been a career year for Christopher Bell, and it's 10 laps away from getting even better.
And doesn't he have a midget car parked in his living room?
Yeah, that Chili Bowl. He wins the Chili Bowl and puts the car in his living room. You know you're a single guy when you can put your race car in your living room. Look at Buddy Sisko. He's the crew chief on that 29 of Chase Briscoe, which leads this race. This team had a crew chief change because Buddy Sisko wasn't even the crew chief on this car or this truck when the season began. That was Mike Hillman Jr. Hillman left during the season after Briscoe missed the playoffs.
He's inside 10 to go.
Hillman went to KBM. Buddy Sisko stepped up as the crew chief. And he and Chase Briscoe are less than 10 laps away from Briscoe's first career win.
Now just holding their breath. They don't want to see a caution flag.
Well, I know there's only going to be 7 laps to go when we come by this time, but Phil, if there's a caution flag, they're pitting.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's going to be like
everybody's coming to pit road, and I don't think we'll see any 2 tires on any truck.
Seven laps to go. Briscoe continues to lead. His teammate is Austin Cindric. He's in 7th, Caitlin.
Yeah, a little bit of desperation and frustration, I guess, starting to surface for the 19 across the radio. He's saying it's really starting to fall off and getting way too loose. He's currently 7th, the lowest of the playoff contenders. But talking with his crew chief, Doug Randolph, he said, win or lose this championship, I am so proud of the effort this team put forward. I think we surprised a lot of people making it to this championship 4. We have a lot to hang our hats on for what we accomplished this season.
That's for sure, and you got to give a lot of that credit to Doug Randolph, the crew chief. He has brought this young driver along perfectly.
He sure has. Doug's one of the best guys down there to talk to. Really one of the best race strategists that we have here in the series.
Cindric went all the way up to the high side and started running around the top of the track, doing a nice job up there. That time by, he was the 5th fastest truck on the track, so good speed, just a little too little, a little too late.
5 laps remaining. The 27 of Ben Rhodes. Is he out of fuel, Hermie?
He's out of fuel, Vince. Just radioed that it burped a little bit coming off turn 2. He's on pit road. Tough break for the 27. Now, is anybody else going to have a fuel issue?
Now we have to worry about everybody. I thought everyone was going to be secure. They all pitted on lap number 83. That only left them with 51 to the end. You have to wonder if maybe they didn't get it full on that pit stop.
Or if someone runs out of fuel and doesn't make it back to the pits and brings out the caution. Certainly there's 3 race car drivers that are hoping that that's the case. Truck drivers that are hoping that's the case because they would love to see a caution right here.
I think Rhodes was definitely speeding on his way in, so getting this thing fired up, he's losing a lot of time. He's going to have a penalty as well.
No fuel pressure yet.
Left-hand side of your screen, Chase Briscoe continuing to lead the race. Crosses the line this time. There will be 3 laps remaining for Briscoe.
What a great race this young man has driven tonight. Just put that truck where he needed it to on that restart after the stage 2 break. Drove around Ben Rhodes and has been able to cushion his lead out to 3 seconds now over
Hermie on the 29 of Briscoe.
I guess this 27 has made Buddy Sisko a little bit nervous. Just told his driver, because he has a little bit of a cushion, but save fuel.
That cushion is about 2.7 seconds. So close to his first career win. Less than 2 laps remaining for Chase Briscoe.
If he can just get back to the start-finish line, take that white flag, and not run out of gas.
He's been second 3 times. He's been so close to victory.
We felt like all season long this 29 truck was going to get to victory lane. He just had that kind of speed and just done a great job this year.
The white flag for Chase Briscoe, the final lap. Not only for Briscoe, but also for Christopher Bell, who runs second and is your championship leader.
And a pretty darn good way if Chase can make it around here to the start-finish line for Brad Keselowski Racing to end their Truck Series career.
Briscoe and Bell, very good friends. And they will have a lot to celebrate and memories to share from this race here tonight at Homestead Miami Speedway. Chase Briscoe is going to win for the first time in his career, and Christopher Bell wins the championship in 2017.
You guys are the best in the business. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Christopher Bell, your NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion, and he does it with a second place finish. And his buddy Chase Briscoe wins the race, the first of his career. And there they are, the two friends saluting one another. What a special night. Chase Briscoe, and you mentioned it, Phil, his team, Brad Keselowski Racing, shutting down at the end of the season. And Chase earlier today said, I'd like nothing more, not just to get my first win, but to be able to send Brad Keselowski Racing out with a victory. To all those guys in the shop and that come on the road each week, so much goes into a winning effort, and to be able to close the chapter with a victory, so special.
What about Buddy Cisco? Just a great guy, hard-nosed racer, been able to help this team get to victory lane. Hermie Sadler, he's got to be one happy crew chief.
Let me just tell you, your team is shutting down. You step into this role. You've always talked about how talented Chase Briscoe is, but this whole team rallied around you to win this race. Why?
I don't think it's me. Brad Keselowski's the best owner we've all ever worked for, and you know, as we look back over the last years, we've been a really good second place team. We brought him home enough hardware, and the one thing we could do is come down here and take him. We didn't get the championship, but we can take home a little bit of chrome.
Let's go to victory lane and have some fun.
I love it.
It's Buddy Cisco.
That Briscoe kid is probably the best race car driver I have ever worked with, next to you, Hermie.
That's quite. That last part I know he's joking, but this guy right here can get the job done, and he's worked for a lot of great race car drivers.
The champion, Christopher Bell, burning it down in Miami. And his buddy Chase Briscoe having a little bit of fun too. Carrying that championship flag, Christopher Bell celebrates the Camping World Truck Series title. By the way, Johnny Sauter, then Austin Cindric, then Matt Crafton in regards to your championship four. But Bell is the winner. 5 victories this season. We said at the beginning of the show, he led in just about every statistical category. It has definitely been a championship caliber season for Bell. Career year in so many ways, and as he gets ready to leave the Truck Series and move on to the Xfinity Series next year, already with an Xfinity Series win in just a handful of races, the future so bright for this young man, one of the real rising stars in the sport.
Vince, we knew we had the talent. You mentioned he made the championship 4 last year. They paired him with Rudy Fugle and then made some magic.
Celebration is on in Homestead. The Ford EcoBoost 200 from Miami. Chase Briscoe, the winner. Christopher Bell finishes second to win the championship. It's the second Drivers' Championship for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Eric Jones won a couple of years ago. Rudy Fugle was the crew chief on that effort as well. But tonight, celebration belongs to a couple of good friends, Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe. The smile on Bell, 22 years old, from Oklahoma.
He let them know early in the season, Vince, that he was going to be one of the guys you're going to have to beat for this championship.
Hermie is there with the champ.
Here he is, Christopher Bell, 22 years old, from Norman, Oklahoma. He is the 2017 Camping World Truck Series champion. Morgan, girlfriend here in Victory Lane. Let me just say this one time first. You are the 2017 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Dream come true. This doesn't even describe it. For me to be a KBM as long as I have and to go out as a champion there is something that I'm really proud of, and really proud that I got all of our partners at JBL here to Victory Lane and Homestead to the championship stage, man. They've been with me since day one in my truck career, and really glad we had a lot of guests up here with us. And between JBL, Toyota, TRD, Sirius XM, DC Solar, everyone at KBM, man, these trucks are so good, and they pay so much attention to all the detail that goes into these things, and that's what makes these Tundras so fast. And just speechless.
Talk about the pass for the championship victory. You battled pretty much everybody on the racetrack. Came down to you in the 19 pass you made on him to get in the spot you needed to get in.
Yeah, it was really, really tough racing there. We were really good there at the beginning of the race, and I kept telling Rudy that I needed it to probably be a little bit tighter. That way I could be more confident in the truck. And I just got really tight there to fire off that last stage, but it paid off in the long run.
You came here last year with this opportunity, maybe not the favorite, but you had an up and down night that night, but it seemed like you learned so much from that experience. How much did last year help prepare you for this moment?
Well, it was huge. To be able to make the Final Four last year and get the experience that you need to win these things is really important. So once again, I'm really thankful that I get to run for an Owners Championship tomorrow with Joe Gibbs Racing, and it's just it's the dream come true to be standing here, and we got one more tomorrow.
5 wins and a championship for Christopher Bell. Caitlin?
Well, Chase Briscoe had 3 runner-up finishes throughout the course of this season, but today he has earned the top prize here in Victory Lane. A huge celebration for this Brad Keselowski racing team. Chase, how rewarding is this one for you? It took all season, but you're here. You got a victory.
Man, I'll tell you what, this is just, it's felt like a long time coming. Just so proud of all these guys, you know, to know that they're not going to have a job next year, and we continue to bring really good trucks, even though we were outside of the playoffs. It's just such a testament to how good these Brad Keselowski guys are, and just thank you so much to Ford for believing in me. I know this year hasn't been, I know at least by my standards, what I felt like we could have did. So for those guys to continue to believe in me, I'm just so blessed and so thankful to be here, you know, to literally 2 years ago sleeping on couches, and now, you know, winner in NASCAR at Homestead. Obviously, wish we were in the Final Four because we felt like, you know, we could have been, but that's part of the circumstances, and just I can't thank Brad and Ford and just everybody that's given me an opportunity, and the Cunninghams, just everybody that's it's been a long time coming, and just can't thank them enough.
And you've earned Rookie of the Year title. What's that accomplishment mean to you?
Yeah, that's definitely special. You know, a lot of great race car drivers have done that, and just to be able to add my name to that list is certainly special. And once again, just you're only as good as the vehicle you're in, and these guys gave me the best tonight, and the pit crew was absolutely awesome. And lastly, I just want to congratulate Bell. You know, me and him grew up racing video games, you know, 7-8 years ago, and just always thought about this, and to do the double burnout was definitely cool. So congrats to them guys. They definitely earned it. They were the best truck all year long, and I wish we could have raced them though.
Congratulations, enjoy it. We want to step over here in victory lane to your team owner, Brad Keselowski. Brad, congratulations on the win. How special is this for you guys, just knowing that you will be closing the doors at the end of this year?
Yeah, well, it always feels good to go out on a high note, but, you know, it's not about me. It's about these guys. Chase Briscoe drove a heck of a race. He deserves a lot of credit. Probably should have had a few more wins this year. Things didn't go his way, and we probably let him down there at Talladega to not have a shot at the championship, but he proved today that he's a worthy competitor and a heck of a race car driver. And I'm looking at him and thinking he's got a big, bright future behind me, along with Austin Cindric, and happy to just play a role in helping him out along the way.
Thank you. Congratulations. Big celebration down here for Brad Keselowski Racing, guys.
For Ford, it's the 6th victory at Homestead, the first since 2006. And how enjoyable that burnout is for Chase Briscoe. He signed to a Ford contract, doesn't have a ride announced yet for next year, but he's part of the Ford family. And you know, if you're in the Ford garage, you got to be pretty impressed with what you've seen from this kid throughout the course of the season.
It's just been a pleasure, Vince, to watch the maturation of not only Chase Briscoe, but Austin Cindric, the way Ben Rhodes really came on throughout the season, and just the drivers of the Truck Series. They're all so appreciative of the opportunity to get to race, and they all just get better and better. I'm so thankful we get to be a part of watching all that.
You know, when Caitlin mentioned that he was named Rookie of the Year, what a great rookie class we had this year. That was tough competition. Grant Enfinger, Austin Cindric, so many good competitors. Noah Gregson, another one, and Kaz Gralla with a win at Daytona. All rookies.
Well, let's honor our champion now. Part of the champions presentation. Let's go downstairs to Jamie Little.
Thank you so much, Vince. Well, it's the moment that this team has been waiting for all year long. Friends, family, team, they are all together now on this stage. So let's get right to it. The trophy awaits. And right now, joining me is the Executive Vice President of Corporate Development for Camping World, Tamara Ward. Welcome back. What a season it has been, and to see this young champion in victory lane, what does it mean to you?
You know, it's just wonderful. We first want to thank all of the drivers in the Camping World Truck Series. It was a wonderful season, in particular the 4 finalists for this year. But I tell you what, Christopher drove a wonderful race tonight, and we are so excited to have him win the championship for the first time. It's just incredible.
Tamara, thank you for all you do and for Camping World and what they do for this tremendous series. And now I want to welcome in the NASCAR Executive Vice President, Steve O'Donnell. Come on over here, Steve, for the official trophy presentation.
Christopher, on behalf of all of NASCAR, the France family, all of our employees, and I think certainly all the race fans out there in the United States who have followed Christopher Bell's career, congratulations on your championship. And want to present you with a 2017 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series trophy.
And he's getting a big hug from Kyle Busch, one of his mentors, the man who gave him an opportunity. Hoist that trophy. Water is flying. The fireworks. Christopher, I know you've been talking about the race. Come right over here. Let's talk about this championship. You've had a heck of a career so far to come this far. Now you're standing here as the best man, the champion. What does it mean to you to see all these people that have helped you along the way stand around you?
Just to be able to do this for all the guys at Kyle Busch Motorsports and to win the championship for a team that deserves the championship is something that words can't describe my feelings right now, man. To run as good as we have week in and week out, and not just this year, but this whole organization, this whole team has been good for so many years. You just don't want to be that guy to let them down, and really glad I didn't let them down tonight.
Kyle Busch, you just walked up here. He gave you a huge hug. We've heard him on the radio time to time, talking you off the ledge, keeping you calm throughout this championship hunt, but he's been far more than that. What does Kyle Busch mean to you?
He's the best boss you could have. I mean, how cool is it that Kyle Busch is your boss? And it's something that I'm just really thankful for the opportunity to be here. And whenever I first went to Kyle Busch Motorsports, I remember I was so starstruck by him whenever I was driving his late models and I'd be around him. And to win a championship for him is I'm just speechless.
Congratulations. Well, let's talk to your boss man. Kyle, come on over here. What a tremendous job Kyle Busch Motorsports has done over the years, Kyle. But when you see a young talent, I know you're a big believer in developing guys like Christopher Bell. What does it mean for you to stand here and see yet another champion, a 22-year-old champion here in the Truck Series?
It's pretty awesome. You know, it's just a dream come true to be a Truck Series owner and to have as much success as we've had as a young company. And, you know, it's all a true testament to these guys, Rudy Fugle and everybody on the number 4 truck, but more importantly, everybody at home, everybody at Kyle Busch Motorsports that does such a great job working on these Toyota Tundras and making them as fast as they are every year. But, you know, to be able to see Christopher mature and grow and to get into the role that he's in this year from where he was last year, it just goes to show you that these guys develop, and we do a good job of developing these guys. And you know, our first Drivers' Championship we'll never forget was Eric Jones. And now with Christopher Bell bringing home our second, this obviously just continues to solidify our legacy in the Truck Series and what we're all about and what we've been able to do. And I couldn't be more proud of Christopher and his family, and congratulations to them. And of course, all the rest of the top 4 contenders that were with us here racing for it today. But we came out on top. So great help and great support from Toyota, great manufacturer that we work with that gets us here today, and just wouldn't be able to do it without everybody involved.
Kyle Busch gives these young guys an opportunity, and now he has to see him move on. He's moving up to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and of course he's taking along that championship now, Vince.
Oh, thank you very much, Jamie. Yeah, how about Christopher Belli and really Kyle Busch as well? Christopher wins the championship of the Truck Series tonight. He'll race for Joe Gibbs in the Xfinity Series tomorrow with an opportunity to win the owner's title for that team. And then on Sunday, Kyle will run for the Monster Energy Cup Series.
It's going to be a really good weekend for people associated with Kyle Busch.
Well, it certainly started off about as good as he could have hoped. What a great performance by that young man. I think I'm more impressed with his patience tonight, Phil. We know he had the truck. He could have pushed the issue and went up there and led a lot of this race, but he was just calm and reserved and just took what the race vehicle gave him, and in the end, it gave him that championship trophy.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the leadership of Kyle Busch and Rudy Fugle, too, because they're just a calming influence on that young man, and he did such a fine job.
Showed that poise tonight in winning the championship.